The Home Pros Radio Show.
I'm Tommy Donovan with RIC Home Inspections, and this is the Home Pros Radio Show podcast. Thanks for joining us. A new year brings new ambitions and new ideas, so naturally many of us are inspired to get a jump on things by exploring the trends that are going to take us there. So, what can we expect to see when it comes to home design in the new year? Also, what are the design trends that we may want to think of letting go of as we move into 2018? Shane and I had some fun exploring these topics recently on the show, so let's join the conversation and see what you think of the results of our research.
We've been talking about home trends that are going to be big and popular this year. So if you're looking to do some renovations or you're looking to make some changes, here are some things to consider. This is interesting because this is something that, number one, is something that I've always liked anyway. Colors. Make a statement with color. Don't make them bold. We're not talking like 1960s style where we're like using pastels and things like that. But the trend is going to be to use colors to set the mood, which we normally do. But we're going to do things with more personality. So, of course, white on white is not the way to go these days. We're kind of leaning away from that. One of the reasons, I'm sure, is because it's impossible to keep clean. The nice thing about it is, use some colors that'll set the mood. Calming colors if you're in a room like a bedroom and you want to relax, or nowadays we might do things that are more bold in areas like kitchens. I even see bold colors in dining rooms too that might make a drab dining room feel more festive.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of red dining rooms I'm not saying do this right now, but I've seen a lot in the past, and but I do know most people if they're trying to list the house, obviously they're trying to get away from the red dining room, something that appeals to the masses a little bit, Well,
that's what tends to happen is when you go to list a house, we tend to want to lean toward more neutral colors, right?
Yeah, and get away from those personal preference things.
Mm-hmm. Our RIC Home Inspections photo from the field this week.
That's what you're looking at. I know what I'm doing.
Did you see that?
Featured this little nifty little cabinet that can be a trend, something that you're going to see a lot of, possibly a lot. And there's, I know at least one builder in town who's doing this in just about every home. That's a little charging cabinet. It's usually fine coming in from the mudroom. Coming in from between the mudroom and the kitchen. As you can see in the photo there, there's an outlet built into that cabinet. You can plug in all of your devices and keep notes. And this particular homeowner did a little chalkboard on the inside of the door. It's a great idea. So we'll see if that catches on in 2018. Another trend for 2018, minimalist multifunctional designs. We have IKEA to thank for that. IKEA gives us all these little projects, or should I say puzzles, put together.
I love it when a homeowner buys IKEA cabinets and says, hey, I already have the cabinets. I'm thinking, oh boy, let's double or triple the labor in just the labor cost, because now I got to put a puzzle together before I install it.
Multifunctional, practical designs where we can take a bed and turn it into a desk or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like, Paul liked that one. And then we also have, the other day I saw, a desk that folded away in a closet where, someone was using that as like a sewing area, like the little sewing room.
Yeah. I've always wanted a Murphy bed, so I guess that sort of fits into what you're talking about.
Absolutely. So, and I guess the new trend is to call it the micro house design. So, we're finding more and more ways to turn small spaces into multifunctional or even functional, spaces, just like the closet and the little sewing room. Here, go in here, reverse the lock and keep you in there. It's like Harry Potter under the stairs. Also repurposing old items. This has kind of always been popular, but we're seeing reupholstered chairs, refinishing existing cabinets rather than completely tearing out and starting over. Of course, shows like Fixer Upper. You can go on with these HGTV DIY shows that give you all kinds of ideas. That's probably one of the things that's spurring on that trend. I've seen a couple of new trends. I've seen some galvanized or steel pipe.
Oh yeah,
the bookshelf. Have you seen that one? The bookshelf. That one's pretty cool. I got a picture. I'll have to share that.
I've seen some neat stuff. A lot of neat light fixtures and things like that made with galvanized pipe too. And I mean, you can make some good looking stuff out of that. I made a light fixture for someone out of a railroad tie one time.
Really?
I'll have to post that sometime. I mean, it looks really good. I was like, woo, I could make a chandelier out of a railroad tie. But it was nice.
Interesting.
It was heavy too, by the way.
I bet it was. How about investing in a home's potential by repurposing its own design rather than overhauling the home? That kind of gets into refinishing cabinets and trying to make do with what you got. Like, for example, there was a desk area that we had in our home, which was built in the 60s, which back then was a great idea, but we repurposed it into a mudroom type of catch-all for the kids. Again, it's another version of repurposing something and making it more useful for today. Also, another trend, using natural building materials. All right. That tends to be, it's funny how, the trends seem to pendulum back and forth. You know, at the turn of the century, we had Victorian styles, and I'm talking about 1900, where we had a lot of gingerbread and a lot of bright colors. And then the industrial age comes in and we get to the craftsman style, where we're using stone and natural products and things like that.
Everything's square, no curvy stuff.
Yeah. And we're kind of doing that now. So we want to use, popular items that we like to use for like decorating on walls. Shiplap. We probably have Chip and Joanna to thank for that. They put shiplap everywhere. And so shiplap, wood pallets for wall decor. We actually have in my office, actually it's an old fence that I use as an accent wall. We put up fencing boards as an accent wall, and that's a big trend right now. That's in my home office. I actually saw, this was funny. I was out at one of the big box stores just yesterday, and you could actually buy wood pallet, like decorative
pallet wood.
Pallet wood. I'm like, just get wood pallets. You could probably get them for free. People who usually have pallets are trying to get rid of them, but you go buy pallet wood that's manufactured.
You can go on Etsy and buy planks. It's
kind of like
you can make a fortune off of that.
Yeah. So, also another natural building material that's popular is concrete to be used as decorative material, more so than a practical. Normally we see concrete used for foundations and, more practical type of uses. But, things like concrete, countertops, concrete sinks, and concrete's difficult though, because you really need to have someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah, concrete's one of those things. It sounds like it'd be really inexpensive. And it may be if you can do it yourself, but you're not going to get it to look like some of the pictures you see if you do it yourself. Mm-hmm. You have to hire someone who knows how to do that, and then it can get more expensive than, say, a granite or quartz. It gets pretty expensive.
Absolutely. Matte finishes are usually the trend these days. Maybe we have football helmets to thank for that. I saw that. No, all I could think of is that's the way football teams, they don't have the shiny helmets anymore. You got the matte.
Oh, yeah.
But matte finishes are real popular. Also, nickel and silver now making way for gold and brass. Never thought I'd see that.
Here it comes.
1990s style gold and brass. I kept
telling everybody it will come back eventually. And hey, they got rid of it last year. It
says here, expect stainless steel sinks to step aside as stone, copper, or even concrete, just like I said before, become popular sink materials. Here's another one. Here's another trend that's going to be popping up. If you haven't seen it yet, folks, black stainless steel. Have you seen that?
I have. Well, actually, I saw a refrigerator that they called it black stainless steel, but it wasn't black. It was like a gray. I'm assuming that's what this is.
It was probably more like what is that? The dark grayish.
Yeah, it was a weird looking color, but it looked good.
Black stainless steel is what is becoming popular now. One of the trends that you'll start to see. Also, tile expected to become more intricate. Subway tile has become played out. That was a big deal for so long.
Right.
And so decorative tile is the new trend to do more intricate designs, almost like wallpaper, putting up tiles that are on backsplashes and areas like that aren't just your typical.
Yeah.
Herringbone's popular.
Right.
That's pretty good. And it wasn't overplayed, but just finding, I guess, cute ways to do tile designs that are,
it sounds
not your typical. It
sounds like the
pattern.
trend's going to be to tone down the overall and then make like more of a focal piece.
Yeah.
Sort of like people recommend, to have one focal piece in each room rather than doing the whole room. That's what it sounds like. So the kitchen's going to be more basic, but your backsplash is really going to pop or something like that. That's what it sounds like.
Yep, exactly. And also on the decorative side, floral designs are making a comeback, but they're different than the typical floral designs we might see from the 80s that were real bright colors and such. We're looking at contrasting colors. So if you see floral designs, you might have a black and white or, a deep blue or a deep colors with a contrast onto white backgrounds or lighter tones as well. Also, as far as like specific components of your home, the big thing that's becoming more and more popular that we didn't do years ago, tankless water heaters. That's what folks are going to. It's a great product. Also, I'm seeing more and more in the attics, spray foam insulation. It's popular. I think the jury's out still for most folks, whether they're sold on it or not. We need to get a spray foam contractor in here to talk about it. And one other item that I actually do want to do a show on is smart home controls. Those are a big thing. More and more, we're automating the things we operate. So, of course, we're aware of those thermostats that we can operate with our devices, our phones. Now they're making adapters and things we can plug into outlets so we can control light fixtures and other stuff from our phones. And also, I came across an article we'll cover in upcoming shows, products that you can actually operate that are plumbing fixtures, where you can actually say, give me hot water, give me 8 ounces of water, and they'll.
I haven't seen that yet.
I'd like to know more about it before I talk more about it. But,
yeah, that's.
It's a product that actually Kohler does, Kohler Connect. So we'll have to look into that and share that with the folks once we have a chance to look into it.
Think Alexa could get you some water.
Hey Alexa, give me some hot water for tea.
I'll be sure to do that.
Here's what not to do. These are things, according to Realtor.com, that you want to ditch in 2018. All right? How about this one? Cement tiles. Oof. Why would we use cement tiles?
I don't know.
Tropical prints. They're going passé.
Yeah.
How about... here's another one. The chevron. That was a big deal, right? The chevron. So I guess
if the chevron's going, is the herringbone pattern going to go? Because it's very similar.
It's similar, but the chevron is just like one stripe.
Right.
So the herringbone is one of those intricate tile patterns that is still popular. But, we're talking like a chevron on an accent wall or something like that. You do that in 2018, folks are going to say,
oh, good grief.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So the hood fan, actually, according to Realtor.com, is a device that is going past that. So, like, if you're designing a kitchen and, in recent years, the hood fan has been kind of like an accent or a focal point of your kitchen. Well, apparently, according to Realtor.com, that's kind of going out of style. We want to kind of hide that. It's more an industrial thing that we want to know is there, but it's not necessarily seen. Also, things like white on white, rose gold, are going away. And you know what else is going away that I wouldn't mind seeing go away? Maybe it's me being a little picky, but words or phrases on walls.
Yeah, I can do without those myself.
Keep calm and drink wine. Keep calm and use the restroom. I don't know. It's like, bless this mess, bless this home. I see those and it irritates me because I'm like, who made you God? Right? Where's God in that? God bless this mess. God bless this home. So, live, laugh, love. I always want to throw up when I see that. Here are the ones
I take it you don't have any words in your house.
No. Eat, sleep, and relax. You go into a kitchen, it says eat. I was out on a porch the other day and they had a little thing that was hanging that said relax. I always love it when I go into a house and I can have instructions on how to live in it.
I walked into the bathroom the other day and it said poop. Now I was gonna pause for a minute.
I would be stuck if I didn't have my instructions to let me know what I needed to do next. You have one wall, and then on the other wall it says wipe. Or you go into the bedroom, it says kiss me goodnight, love you more. Or here are some of the ones that were not as popular. How about this one? Not now, I have a headache.
Yeah,
those are probably more realistic. How about good passive-aggressive night? Roll over and just go to sleep. Oh, and how about this one? And they lived happily ever after. How about a more realistic version? Just wait until the kids move out. I'm gone too.
I'm out too.
So, what do you think of these predictions for 2018? Let us know by sharing your comments on our podcast page. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, homeprosradio.com, or continue the conversation by emailing Shane and I at ask@homeprosradio.com. Let us know what you think, especially if you have a prediction or two that you think we missed. We'd love to share it. Thanks again for joining us on the Home Pros Radio Show podcast. Please join our community by subscribing to the podcast, and we also invite you to leave a review and share what you like in order to help our community grow. The more the merrier. I'm Tommy Donovan with RIC Home Inspections. We'll see you next time on the Home Pros Radio Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Home Pros Radio Show. Meet more Home Pros at homeprosradio.com. There, you can also catch full episodes of our show, along with additional information to ensure that your home is in perfect shape. It's the Home Pros Radio Show, brought to you by Prime Lending, home loans made simple. The Home Pros Radio Show, online at homeprosradio.com or on the radio at 94.5 WGTK, The Answer.